Is Porsche really serious about making electric cars? Now, I know we're all excited and looking forward to the new Porsche Taycan all electric sedan that used to be called Mission E, which I kind of like a little bit better. I don't know how about you guys, but anyway, yes, it is coming in about a year, and it's going to be probably a pretty awesome car. Out of all people who are considering switching from a Model S or any type of Tesla vehicle, this looks like the best alternative that people are talking about right now. But we've seen other manufacturers come up with awesome cars or just good cars and never really follow through, never really bought into it. I've been pretty, harsh on Chevy lately because I'm now finally realizing, maybe I'm like the last guy, but that, they're not serious about, making and selling Chevy Bolt. And, I know they're complaining that it's losing them money, which I call investment. And that's why they're not selling cars. But because they're not selling cars, they don't have good margins. Listen, here's how we can determine if the manufacturer is serious about creating a car. One, they're putting a lot of money into it. And Porsche just announced that they are putting 6 billion euros, which is about 7 billion United States dollars, which is like billions in either currency, which is a lot, into their factory where they're going to be making the Taycan, the new Mission E, and on top of that, they are actually going to be hiring the record number of employees for any project they've ever had, which is going to be about 1,200. And they are. Here's how I know that they are actually serious about this. They're targeting 15% profit margin on this car. And this is the first time I think I'm hearing about a manufacturer talking about profit margins. And that means that they're actually serious about doing business and staying in business with their upcoming all-electric car. And now they're building factory with inside factory, as they call it, and they are looking to have it as a zero environmental impact factory, right? So they're going to have like solar panels and all of that stuff. I'm not sure they're going to accomplish it as, they're, semi trucks that are bringing stuff in using diesel. Okay, but good goal to have. And they're also talking about their partnership with Ionity and Electrify America. Both are owned by their parent company, or owned, at least invested into their parent company, Volkswagen Group, which I know a lot of us are still, Dieselgate. So yeah, but the fact that they're targeting that, and they are, that tells me that they're actually serious. I mean, here's one thing that I've read in their press release that I really liked. They're saying that part of that profit is going to come from digital services they're going to sell. And I think this is the new model that the manufacturers are going to have to embrace, right? It's no longer, hey, let's make crappy cars that are going to break down sooner or later and then, make money on that. Let's make amazing cars that won't need as much service and won't break down as much, but we will make money on amazing services that we now will be able to provide because of all technology we put in there. And this is great, right? I mean, and they haven't announced everything, but you obviously know, even in example of Tesla, that you can upsell so many different services because it's internet connected. You can, partner up with different music companies, the Amazon, and I don't want to go. This is the way to go. This is the first time I actually hearing a manufacturer, especially a legacy manufacturer, talk about it and be excited about it and say, you know what, we're going to change with times and we're going to make our money because we would like to have this as a profitable product. We're serious about this. The way we're going to make money is not by making crappy products and then fixing it, but by making awesome products and then enhancing it. So I absolutely love it. Good for them. And let me know in the comment section, guys. I would love to hear from you if you guys are maybe possibly looking for a Porsche Taycan as an alternative to maybe Tesla or whatever vehicle you're driving right now, of course, if you can afford it. Before I go any further, of course, I want to remind you guys that this show and this channel is sponsored by Avanex, the aftermarket accessories for Tesla. There is a discount code in the description of this video, so go ahead and grab that. Now, real quick, let's move on to the featured comment. Used to be comment of the day. Now that I'm making one video per news, so you get 2 or 3 per day from me, but that way you can pick and choose which ones you actually want to watch. I'm trying that for a week. Hopefully you like it. Let me move on to this comment of the day. I know it's a hefty one. Kind of feel like, what's his name? Wilson on Home Improvement, right? Just like, Hi ho, neighbor. But anyway, this is a good comment from Dawad, and he's saying, Alex, I like you. Oh, thank you. But that dies really soon because he says, but you tend to say things that I strongly disagree with. By the way, that is perfectly fine. This is, I feature comments and opinions that are not necessarily I agree with. And I think this is a great thing about this show is because I like to get all of the opinions within the community, even from the outside of the community. But anyway, so that's perfectly fine. Now, he has a problem with me saying pretty soon this industry should be able to walk on its own. He says there's no really evidence, for that it needs to happen much sooner than later, and the government need to help. And he also believes, he says, the latest global climate report states that human, industrial, and transportation activity is warming the climate faster than previously thought. Okay, so let me just set a global warming thing aside because there are also a lot of reports that it's really cow poo and quite a few other things before we even get to cars. And by the way, they're mixing it here with industrial waste as well. So I believe that. But if you mix that, then your statistics kind of point goes out of the window. Here's what I'm trying to say. The technology is here. Yes, the company, as a report of this video, the companies are not serious enough sometimes or working fast enough. They are starting to, but now that Tesla had kind of proven the concept, right? I think now that they made 100,000 Model 3, it's outselling everybody almost. If they haven't, they will be very soon. Then, the industry and we are going to be, and customers are taking this seriously. And yes, this industry needs to catch up and start walking on its own. And those who can't, I'm looking at you, Toyota and Honda. Well, maybe you should be out of business then if you're not keeping up with time, if you're not contributing to the progress. And again, I'm saying should because that's what I believe it should happen. Just because it should, it doesn't mean it will. And yes, we still need incentives, but at the same time, we can no longer rely on them. We should, using the word should again, be able to do this without them. The excitement, the technology, and so forth should be good enough. Let me know if you have a different opinion from me or from Dawood. That also is perfectly fine. Other than that, this is pretty much it for this topic. Again, very excited about Porsche. Other than that, see you guys next time. And remember to stay charged.